about 5 years ago when I had a problem with my knee. It had to do with my meniscus. I was misbehaving. The meniscus are little tissues around your kneecap. And I was misbehaving by wearing the wrong shoes or boots in the wintertime, and my knee was going back and forth, and I tore the meniscus. So I had to go to a surgeon to get that done, and he told me I had arthritis in there and that I would need a new knee in 5 years. So I thought, well, how can I stop the new knee from happening? So he said, just build up the muscles that support the knee. Start doing those exercises. So I said, okay, I'll work on that. So now I was on a mission to strengthen all the muscles in my legs so that I wouldn't have to get the new knee. Well, 8 years went by before I started to experience pain in that knee. So I went back to the surgeon. He said, what do you think? I said, I think it's time. So he set up the appointment, and I was ready in October 2 years ago to have that knee replaced. So I had the date, and I had been exercising my knees, both of them of course, so I was balanced. And the day came, I had the knee replaced, and as soon as I woke up, it was time to move my leg. Everybody that was trying to be on that medical team were around me telling me, get up, walk down the hall. Of course I was on medication, and I was able to move, but I couldn't bend it very much. But you know what? I was on heavy duty medication, so I really couldn't feel anything. Nothing was going on. So anyway, I was on a mission to get this thing to heal as fast as possible. I had to go to physiotherapists at first, and I learned all kinds of exercises, and I was told, since you won't have any pain once the medication wears off. It took months for that to happen. But once the medication was gone, I was on nothing. I didn't have any pain, but it was really stiff. And I had to do certain exercises, faithfully, regularly, 3 times a day. And it was a lot of work. And I had to work these exercises so that I could get full range of motion back in the leg.
So do you mind if I just zoom in a little bit closer
No,
here?
in fact, I want you to have a look. This
Okay.
is the knee. See if you can find the scar.
Isn't it that line right there?
It's this very faint line that goes like that, because what they do is they cut the tendon that joins the muscles here, the quads, to the bone. They cut that tendon this way, and then they cut the tendon below the kneecap that joins the bone to the muscles in the lower legs. They cut those 2 tendons. So the scar tissue starts to heal. And if you don't move that leg, if you think, oh, I hurry up and heal and then I'll be okay, you won't be able to bend your leg because the scar tissue will be so thick.
Right.
The exercises that I had to do. Well, remember, I could hardly move my leg at all at first, and now it's 2 years later. Do I have any pain? No. Do I have discomfort? Yes. Much? Sometimes not. Is there enough discomfort that's going to stop me from moving around? No. Is there a numbness? Yes, right in there. Of course, there's lots of nerves. The sciatic nerve runs down both legs, so there's lots of nerve. There could be some damage there, but you know what? There's no pain. So as most people have figured out, knees are there so that you can straighten your legs and bend your legs. And one of the best exercises that they told me that I should practice faithfully every day, many, many times a day, is to sit and stand up. Legs are straight, legs are bent. So it's called a sit to stand exercise. Everybody knows about this famous move, because it's all about the quads and the hamstrings and all the muscles below the knee, in your hip, everywhere. It's a great exercise. So I can sit to stand 10 times, usually 3 times a day. And I pay attention to, am I really straight with the legs? So I might pause to make sure my legs are as straight as I can get them. That's a little bit of work with this one. I don't feel anything over here. And then when I sit down, the slower I go, the harder it is for everybody. But now that I'm really wanting to have really, really good, strong muscles in this leg, I sometimes do all the sit to stand stuff super slow, because I really want to work it. if I held on to some weights while I did it, there'd be more resistance put on that joint. That would make them even stronger. But I don't want to push it. I just want to work into being able to do this perfectly, and then I'll add resistance to it. I also know that when I walk, I don't want to walk like an old person. Like I'm almost 80. I don't want to walk like this, where my legs don't bend very much and I'm sort of hunched over a little bit. If I can stand up straight and lift my legs up when I walk, you know, in any direction, I can lift them up when I walk, I won't look as old. And I can do that. So one of the exercises that I practice is stepping up with both legs. Get the knees up as high as I can. Whether I'm on a step, going up the step or down the step, I'm practicing bending my legs and getting my knees up as high as I can and standing up straight. I also practice with my legs as straight as possible and lifting the leg up, keeping it straight. And I always do both sides because I want to be balanced. If one side is weak, the other side has to work harder. That'll throw your balance off, just your general body balance, and then things will start to hurt. So this exercise is really good for people who want to keep their knees strong and don't want to have a knee replacement. Did I do this before the operation? Only when I found out I needed to do it. And then I did it right the day right after I started doing these exercises. And I'm pretty good. 2 years later, I don't have any pain. You know, I can step sideways. I can turn around. I can go up on my toes, up on my heels, lift my knees up, get my legs straight. I'm okay. I can even jump. But remember, we're all different, and the idea behind the knee replacement is to take pain away from the joint. They did that for me. It took a lot of work on my part, but they did that for me. As far as the discomfort and stuff, some days I have more than others, but I expect, because I'm determined to keep exercising, that it'll all go away and I'll feel great again.
Subscribe now